Welcome back. And to those new freshmen, welcome to Stanwood High School. I'm Mr. Swanson. I will be your Algebra 1 teacher this year. And I know this is my 17th year teaching, and this is the craziest start to a year we've had. I haven't ever started not being in the school. And so this will be a new experience. It's an adventure. There will be some hard times, there will be some better times. Hopefully we'll all actually be able to get to the school at some point. But I've said for a number of years that not all learning happens within the school walls. That's why I take groups of students to Iceland and Alaska for learning experiences there. Now, when I said that, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but it's what we got, so we're going to work with it, we're going to roll with it, and we are going to make the best of this situation. In this video, I will be introducing just the class, just a few things like overview. We'll get to details in different videos, but this is a good one to just talk about the general mechanics. So the first thing is, as we found out in the spring, it's really, really easy to not do much when you're at home. Now, in my syllabus for the past many years, I've had a quote that I don't know who said it, but I heard it and I like it. And the quote is, "Those who work, learn." Now, I've always said it as, if I'm the one doing all the work, that means that I'm the one learning, and I already know this topic. It takes on a whole new meaning when we're at home. Like, yes, you do have to be putting in the work, and this doesn't just go for this class, this goes for any of your classes and life in general. Those people doing the work are the ones that learn, they're the ones that get something out of it. So, with that, we're going to have to make sure that we keep up with stuff. Assignments. Luckily, last year, we got new curriculum. You may have used it a bit last year in your previous class. It's the Envision stuff, so it's nice. It's actually new. It matches the standards that we're supposed to do, but there's also a great online portion to this curriculum, which is very handy now that we're not actually in school. So things like assignments, well, they'll be done online. The great things about this is that when you make a mistake, it will let you know and it'll help you to fix it if you have a small mistake, because sometimes it's something very simple. Like you get the answer is 0.9, you write 0.9, it needs 0.9. It can be very frustrating, but that gets better very, very quickly. And what's nice is when we do have the standardized test, it's the same system. So if you are used to doing that, you will do better on the standardized test. So if it's a small mistake, it'll kind of work you through, give you a couple chances. If you just have no idea, it'll actually take you through similar problems step by step, so you can get the help you need on that specific problem right then and there. You don't have to wait until we're in a Google Meet or something and try to get my attention. I mean, I'm going to do the best I can, but it's a weird situation. And so hopefully most of the questions and problems we have can be answered there. And then in the syllabus, we talk about the points of assignment. You get points for an assignment. You get 1 point if it's 40% complete and correct. You get 2 points if it's 70%. And these assignments are out of 2 points, so you have to get at least 70%, because sometimes the problems can be pretty tough to get that full 100%. Can be a struggle sometimes. But if you do get that full 100%, you will actually get an extra point, a bonus point in that assignment. So you do have the that carrot out there to get you to really push for that full score. Tests and quizzes will also be done online, because that's what we have to work with. If we can get back into the classroom at some point, the tests and quizzes will be pencil and paper most likely. But right now, they're online. Unlike the homework, with tests and quizzes, you don't get to keep repeating the same questions. It's a one and done thing. So you really want to make sure that you have your homework done and ready by the time that test or quiz comes up so that you know what it is that you're doing. Quizzes are 10 points, tests are 100 points, so they're definitely worth a lot more than homework. And you can't retake quizzes. They're small. They're like one for every section or so. However, when you take a quiz, you will get some remediation work. It shouldn't be too much, but it'll be specifically on what you missed. If you missed a lot, you might get more. If you got a perfect score on the quiz, you knew the whole thing, you're going to get something that's going to push you a little bit. It's going to, instead of being remediation, it's going to be an extension, a challenge. Doing those will get you an extra few points too. Tests, there are test retakes. However, in order to do it, you have to do review so that you don't just take the test and do the exact same thing. You have to show that you've put in that extra work so that you will do better. Other online tools that we have in the system. The entire textbook is online. You do not need to check it out of the library. You can if you want to. Sometimes it's nice to have that physical paper book for those of us old enough that still read paper books. But if you're just going to use the whole thing online and not actually open the book, there's no reason to check it out. Risk a book fee after losing it because it's propping up the leg of your table. No need. And these online things we actually get to through the Clever website. And so you guys are probably familiar with it. If not, I'll show you how to get into it and how to navigate it in a future video, but that's not what this one is about. Other online tools, so there's the book, graphing calculator and regular calculator. It's built right in to the online stuff. So if a question requires it, it'll be up there, but you can also find it in the tools menu. So it's nice that that's there for us. The lessons. So I will be filming lessons, not like this, like you won't see my face, it'll be on the computer. And I think they actually work out well. I've actually been doing this for many years. I actually switched one of my classes to a video lesson format years and years ago. And then when we got to school, we did work. We did math. And it worked out great. It wasn't an Algebra 1 class, but that's okay. But it means that I do have some practice with lessons and making them, so that does come in handy. So I will be filming that and putting that out. We'll have about 2 a week, unless we have a test or something that week. I would expect about 2 lessons a week. A lesson will have an assignment attached to it. And you want to take notes, so you want to watch them where you can be sitting and watching them and taking notes. You can screenshot it if you do it on your phone. I know people have done that quite a bit. You can go back and re-watch it. You can pause it. You can watch it again when you review. Your parents, who are hopefully watching this with you as well, or you'll let them know afterwards so they can watch it, they can watch it, which is sometimes kind of nice if you need help and they don't remember exactly. It allows the parents to refresh their memory and then help out. In the middle of the lesson, there will be times when I will give you a problem and tell you to pause the video and try the problem. That's important. It's the same thing that you do in class. It's like, hey, here's an example of what we're doing. Now try this one. Actually pause the video and do it. Remember, those who work learn. So if you're not doing the work, you're not going to be learning. It is to benefit you. We'll also have Google Meets, 2 a week. And the Google Meets are not a recap of the lesson necessarily. We'll go over questions if we have to. Hopefully most of the questions will be taken care of through the website as you're doing the homework and getting questions answered. So hopefully that'll be taken care of, and we can use the Google Meets to do other things like extension problems, or we have some bigger like project and puzzle type problems to do. And so that's what I want to use the Google Meets for. But this is new to all of us, and so things may change. If something is not working, you do need to let me know, because it's new to me, it's new to you, and everyone wants to make it so that it works the best for everybody. The struggles with the video lessons. So we talked about some benefits. You can watch them again, you can pause them. I don't pause very well. I also don't rewind very well. I post them on YouTube, which has a really, really good closed captioning service. And so sometimes that helps out as well. But some of the struggles. You can't ask a question right then and there. I try to answer as many of the questions as possible, but sometimes you have a different question or one that I just don't anticipate. And so it's really hard to get that instant question asked. Something you can always do is you can pause it, email me the question. I'll try and get back to you, and then you keep going. Or I've had people email me the question like, wait a second, what do you mean by this? And then 2 minutes later, they emailed me another time saying, never mind, you just answered that. So watch a little bit extra, and then if I'm still not answering the question, make sure you have it written down so that we can get it answered. That's all that I really had to say. Since you're watching this, you should be in the Google Classroom. Make sure that you have invited your parents if you have not yet done so. And I look forward to this year. I look forward to the adventure of learning from home and teaching from home and doing all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to it too.